What is going on, Sacramento? I'm back from vacation and I'm glad to be back. I was gone for 3 weeks and appreciate you guys tuning in to my post on Twitter, or should I say X. Thank you guys so much for staying engaged with me, but it's good to be back. And today I want to talk about the official schedule of the Sacramento Kings for the new season. Boy, it's here. I am excited. Tickets are on sale right now. Go out and get your tickets because it is going to be a very special season. And let's take a look at the schedule. Let's talk about the schedule. And let's start off with the preseason games. The 9th of October, it starts against the Golden State Warriors at home. Then on 11th, you go to San Francisco to play the Warriors in San Francisco. Then the 13th is Sunday, you play at home against the Portland Trailblazers. 15th in Utah against the Jazz. And then the 17th is the last preseason game for the Sacramento Kings against the Los Angeles Clippers in LA. Looks like we got 5 preseason games this season. That sounds like the standard of the preseason. And then it starts for real. A week later, Thursday night, prime time, at home, the Kings will open up the season at home against the Minnesota Timberwolves. DeMar DeRozan will make his season debut on the 24th at home against the T-Wolves. I am pretty damn excited for that game. And then you go to LA to play the Los Angeles Lakers in LA at Crypto Arena. You come back home against the Portland Trailblazers. Then you have a back-to-back. You go to Utah to play against the Jazz. That is October. Let's take a look at the month of November. The 1st of November, you go to Atlanta to play the Hawks. And then the 2nd of November, it's a back-to-back. You play Toronto against Davion Mitchell and the Toronto Raptors. Miami on the road in South Beach on the 4th. Toronto Raptors at home. The return of Davion Mitchell. I will for sure be there at that game. Shout out to Davion Mitchell. And then you play at home against the Clippers on the Friday the 8th. Then you got another set of back-to-back against the Phoenix Suns on the 10th. The Spurs on the 11th. That will be the game against Harrison Barnes. First look at Harrison Barnes in a Spurs uniform. Then you come back home and play the Suns, KD, Book, and Beal on the 13th at home. Then you play the Wolves again on the 15th. And then you got the Utah Jazz on the back-to-back again at home on the 16th. Then you got the Atlanta Hawks on the 18th. And then on the 22nd of November, you have your first game against the Los Angeles Clippers in their new building. I plan on being there for that game as well. Looking forward to seeing how that new building is, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing, hearing, should I say, all those Light the Beam chants in that new building in LA. So I'm looking forward to that. Then you come back home on the second, a set of back-to-back against the Brooklyn Nets at home on the 24th. Then the OKC Thunder at home on the 25th. You got the Wolves on the road on 27th. Then you got the Blazers on the 29th in Portland. And that's November. Then let's take a look at December. The Spurs at home on the 1st. The Rockets on the 3rd. Looking forward to our Houston Rockets matchup, man, because they've gave us fits a lot this past last season, should I say. Then you got another set of back-to-back against the Memphis Grizzlies on the 5th, the Spurs on the 6th, come back home against the Jazz on the 8th, and then you got a break because of the NBA Cup. And we'll see how that goes out, how that pans out for not just the Kings, but overall in the league. Then after the Cup tournament is over, you come back at home on the 19th against the Los Angeles Lakers. Then you play the Lakers again at home on the 21st. Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton makes his Sacramento return on the 22nd of December. Then you got Christmas Eve, Christmas Day off. Then you play the day after Christmas against the Pistons at home on the 26th. And then you got the Lakers on the 28th in LA at Crypto. And then you got a first look at the Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks on the 30th at home. And that is December. Then you go into the new year in January. You play Philadelphia, the first at home, New Year's Day game. Then you got the Grizzlies on the 3rd. Then you go to Golden State to play them on the 5th. And you got Miami Heat at home on the 6th. The Boston Celtics, you go to Boston on the 10th to play the Celtics. The Bulls on the 12th. Milwaukee on the 14th. The Rockets on the 16th. The 19th against the Wizards at home. 22nd against the Golden State Warriors at home. 23rd against Denver against the Nuggets. 25th against the New York Knicks in New York. That's going to be a matchup. The Knicks got a squad, man. 27th in Brooklyn against the Nets. Shout out to Jordy Fernandez. 29th in Philadelphia against the 76ers, and that is January. Let's take a look at the month of February. OKC on the 1st on the road, in Minneapolis on the 3rd, Orlando at home on the 5th, Portland on the road on the 6th, the Pelicans on the 8th, Dallas on the 10th, Pelicans on the road on the 12th, and the Pelicans again on the 13th. And that's All-Star break. After All-Star break, you play the Golden State Warriors again at home on the 21st. The Chicago Bulls come to town on the 24th. And then you go to Utah to play the Jazz on the 26th. And that is February. And then here comes the month of March. Hopefully the Kings should be thinking about playoffs right now when March starts, but we shall see. Saturday, the 1st, you play Houston Rockets in Houston. The 3rd, Mavericks at home. On the road, should I say. Then you got the Denver Nuggets on the road on the 5th. Spurs at home on the 7th. The Clippers in LA on the 9th. The New York Knicks at home on the 10th. That's a brutal back-to-back right there. Golden State Warriors in Golden State on the 13th. In Phoenix on the 14th. That's another back-to-back. That's going to be brutal. 17th at home against the Memphis Grizzlies. 19th against Cleveland. 20th against the Chicago Bulls. 22nd against the Milwaukee Bucks at home. 24th at home against the Boston Celtics. And 25th at home against the OKC Thunder. That is a brutal 6-game stretch right there. I know they're all home games, but man, that's gonna be a brutal stretch right there. At home against the Blazers on the 27th, in Orlando against the Magic on the 29th, and on the road against Halliburton and the Pacers on the 31st. And that is the month of March. And then April, in Washington against the Wizards on the 2nd, in Charlotte against the Hornets on the 4th, in Cleveland against the Cavaliers on the 6th, in Detroit against the Pistons on the 7th, then you come back home to wrap up the regular season on the 9th in Denver. At home against the Denver Nuggets. At home on the 11th against the Los Angeles Clippers. And then your final game of the season will be at home against the Phoenix Suns. And that's an early start. And then after this, hopefully you're thinking about playoffs. You should have a playoff, seed clinched by then. But that is your official schedule for the Sacramento Kings. Now, what stood out to me personally, we don't have a nationally televised game until January, and I've noticed a decrease in national televised games in January. Not bothered by it, but anytime you can sign a player like a DeMar DeRozan on your roster to go with your young, exciting core. I felt like they missed the golden opportunity there to give the Kings more televised games. DeMar DeRozan is obviously a big-time player and a big-time name. And I think it sucks that a lot of the national audience will not get to see DeRozan and De'Aaron Fox take over fourth quarters this season for the most part. But something to note right there, we play the Los Angeles Lakers a lot in December. I mean, it kind of reminds me of how much we really played the Golden State Warriors early on last season in the month of October and November. But wow, our season series against the Lakers is going to be wrapped up by December. And that's crazy because I just think that playing them so many times already, or even in the past, we've had their number. And I'm curious to see how the Kings are going to play against the Los Angeles Lakers this upcoming season. The Lakers obviously have a lot going on in LA, but we'll see how that works out. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the matchup continues against the Kings, against the Lakers. Kings have been very dominant, and it's been one-way traffic against the Lakers the last couple of years. And let's see if it continues. I'm actually looking forward to going to the Intuit Dome in Inglewood. Looking forward to seeing that matchup again in LA against the Clippers on November 22nd. I personally will be there, hoping to do a vlog, but if not, I'm definitely going to be taking videos and pictures and making sure I post them and share my experience there. Looking forward to seeing a lot of Light the Beam chants in that new stadium. And most importantly, I'm looking forward to seeing the Kings winning that game in LA against the Clippers in their new stadium. Overall, I mean, that's pretty much it. That was the breakdown of the schedule. I want to hear from you guys, though. Let me know your guys' thoughts of the schedule. Looking forward to training camp beginning. I mean, September's around the corner, guys. Training camp is going to begin soon. It will just ramp up going into the preseason, and let the anticipation begin. DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings will make their debut opening night, 24th. Not too long now. Looking forward to it against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm looking forward to seeing how that squad looks this upcoming season. Should be a good matchup. Should be a fun, exciting matchup. And I'm actually excited to see how DeMar DeRozan making his debut, should I say. I'm excited to see DeMar DeRozan make his debut in a Kings uniform opening night. So with that being said, guys, it's good to be back. Greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you guys so much. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.